social transformation.
We have a product that is ready for schools, supermarkets.
Create wealth, transform livelihoods. Every week we showcase opportunities for creating new products and services.
I now harvest a lot of cocoa. When I harvest it, I sell. After selling, I put money in my project. I have 2 projects. 1 is for construction of my house, 2 is for educating my children.
Excellence in innovation, the passion and drive to succeed, and the right mindset to grow your business. Create wealth, transform livelihoods. Brought to you by Operation Wealth Creation.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Indeed, it is joy knowing that you're with us right from the hour of 6:30 till now. Thank you so much for keeping it here on UBC TV. On UBC TV. Once again, I'm Robert Chirabo. Yes, it is January, and I know the farmers, this is not the best month for you, but of course we must move away from rainfall-fed agriculture. We must have irrigation, we must have use of fertilizers, we must move to modern ways. In the 21st century, depending on rainfall agriculture, my brother, my sister, you may find it a challenge. And of course to government, we've had a number of investments towards irrigation. Not forgetting some of the techniques, the mineral water bottle, once His Excellency explained how we use it, do not despise anything. It worked wonders, and he was later showing us how he was harvesting a garden that was watered using the mineral water bottles that many of you criticized, yet later they yielded results. Now, why have I begun with farming? Because I'm going to be discussing farming this morning in this extension of Good Morning Uganda, which is Good Morning Uganda Extra. And I'm going to be discussing something very important. Why? Preserving our own. Most of the time this goes to wildlife, we protect, we don't want certain species of animals to get extinct. You hear they are protecting the African grey parrot, then you hear we are protecting this particular animal, you can't even trade, you can't hunt. But what happens to what we have at home? And now I'm talking about the cow. And not every cow, but specifically the Ankole cow or cattle. Now, with the guests I have in studios, they'll be able to tell you more about what particular cow are we talking about here and why is it important and why have they come up with methods to enhance the Ankole cow in socio-economic development. Now joining me on set I have that is the chairman Network of Farmers Agrotech, who happens to be Kabaterane Robert. We share a name. Oh, namesake. A lovely morning to you.
I'm happy to meet you, Mr. Robert, my sake name. I'm by names of Kabaterane Robert, the chairman Network of Farmers Agrotech. In short, it's called NEFA Agrotech. I'm happy to be here. Happy New Year to my viewers, to our viewers here at UBC. And I want to thank the management of UBC. Thank you for their good work to our country and to our people outside there. Thank you for that good work. Today we want to talk about the Ankole cattle, long-horned cattle. Yes.
Very interesting. I can see something on your shirt,
yes,
showing the long-horned. And on my extreme end, I have that is the President, Uganda Farmers Federation, and that is Dr. Derek Komuganga. You're most welcome, Doctor.
Thank you, Robert. Good morning, viewers. I'm pleased to be here, and with my colleague, we have come in to talk about the Ankole cow, and I'm privileged to participate in this conversation. For the viewers and everybody in the country, I wish you a happy New Year.
Now, let me begin with my namesake here. When you talk about the Ankole cow, this is something that some may have never seen, by the way, the long-horned cow. Others may not even notice that it's any different. I grew up here in the central, and here we don't have those cows. You have these long, I mean short, and some have even nothing. I don't know if they just remove it, because when I went in modern agriculture with the Frisians, you bring a vet and there's something they work, shouldn't have the horns. So how unique, and why are we moving into a campaign to preserve for socio-economic transformation?
Yeah, thank you, the presenter and my colleague here, Dr. Dick. We want, first of all, I want to first thank His Excellency, the President of Uganda, because he's the one who has tried to keep these cattle or these cows up to now. If you see this paper today, you can imagine the new vision today. You can see here. So he's the one who has tried to keep these cows for a long time. And if you, I think the yesterday's report from His Excellency Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa, he was giving a testimony from Ankole Longhorned cattle, the goodness of this cow. So if you can imagine, from people outside the country, from Uganda, for them they have tasted the goodness of this cattle. But for us here, we have run away from them. And the uniqueness, this is a product that we have as a country that is unique from other products that is here in our country and outside the country. And two, you can have it in different categories. One, in tourism, Ankole cow can go there. In milk, the goodness of the milk that they have is good. The meat itself is good. So people, they run away very fast without thinking about what can come tomorrow from the exotic ones. But if you ask the farmers, the challenges that they have faced from exotic ones, there are many. People are losing animals. In our district in Churhura, 1 year they lost 6 million of cows, the exotic ones, because they cannot they're
not resistant
in climate, in diseases. So, and in our country here, we started these exotic ones without prepared ourselves very fast, because these cows, they need to be in sheds or indoors. So for us, we started keeping them as the way how we have been keeping what? The Ankole cattle. So we faced many challenges. And
so the Ankole cattle is the indigenous breed.
Yes. This is our cow.
It has been there for years and
years. And
very resistant.
Yes.
And so adaptive to that.
Yes. So they know our climate changes here in our country. They can move a long distance. They can, you can, even if we can maintain them like the way how we have tried to feed the exotic ones, how we have been caring these exotic ones. If we can take that care to our indigenous cows, even they can give us milk, like the exotic one. Now, in exotic ones, there are those cows that can give 1 liter. In Ankole cow, there are those that can give you 1 liter also. Now, where is the difference? If you go back, right now, in my research, last year in November, around 18th, we rewarded farmers by giving them medals. It was a sign of appreciation. But I moved 8 districts, looking for people who have kept these cows up to this time. They are no longer there. And we are losing as a country. Because
so you fear they could get instinct? That
yes.
They could be wiped out?
Yes. So that's why we want this campaign. We are trying to promote this cow to come back. Those who have them, we must get the embryos, or we must breed them so that we can have them. So that we should not lose our product to give chances to other countries. Now, if you, in Texas, America, they tried to patent it. You can imagine our product, our cow, we must promote it.
Okay.
If you go to Japan, they have their cow. They are promoting, they are proud of their cow, they are very happy of their, but ours, Ugandans, I don't, what happened to our people here?
Very interesting. Now here, allow me bring in Doctor, you're the president of the Uganda Farmers Federation, and one of the reasons we are seeing this migration, where people are moving away from indigenous breeds, The question to you is, can they perform as these exotic? Because one will tell you, why would I have 100 Ankole longhorned cows and yet I'm getting maybe 100 liters, yet I could have maybe just 5 exotic breeds and I'm equally getting the same or more. So how do you think, with that perspective of the farmer, that this cow can still remain a priority to them?
Thank you, Robert. The economic aspect of our cow has been skewed to one direction, the amount of liters that can be produced. Other people that have come here, we've had a reference to Ramaphosa, who took cows from Uganda and turned one of the bulls of Ramaphosa costed millions, 11 million rands. That's around approximately 27 million Uganda shillings. So if you skew and look at one specific aspects of your cow, then you miss out other opportunities. As Robert has indicated, first it is our cultural heritage. The Ankole cow. The Ankole cow has been here for the last 500 years. Actually, if you trace, the symbol of the Ankole kingdom is the Ankole cow. When you speak of a cultural heritage, you cannot isolate the economic heritage of the people. So if you focus and run with exotic, you forget where you originate, and more importantly, you miss opportunities that come with the cultural heritage.
Very true.
Number two, Ramaphosa now is himself with his farm is famous, not because of our cows, of the Ankole cow. He has even written a book, The Cow of Ages. He calls our cow the cow of ages. If you go into, he talked of Texas. I symbolically put on a Canadian. There is a famous museum in Canada, a zoo in Canada, which they are keeping our cows. The main attraction is the Ankole cow. So here, I would like to answer your question by inviting everybody. And this is why this marathon, this campaign of promoting the championing of Ankole cow is a timely revolution. I would call it a revolution. Return to the future, because the future is the cow of the Ankole, what we own, cherish it, and develop it into an advanced project. Not everything that comes outside is good for us, or not everything is going to be a product. He has told you the loss of exotic cows. I keep dairy cows. I was the first to do the change of cows through my father in 1990s. Now I regret why that has happened, because during the East Coast fever, the FMD, I lost 23 cows in 1 year, and that's a huge loss. But our cows are known for unique characteristics, not only unique features, but unique characteristics: resistant to FMD, resistant to drought, resistant, name everything you want to call, they are resistant to it. They will be the last to do that.
So find one with a lot of ticks, but it's moving.
Absolutely, resistant to tick-borne diseases. But what does that tell you? While you are looking at the gain, you are not looking at the loss, and you are looking at the gain of your economic gain, in short, not looking at actually what did it cost you to do so. When you are keeping an Ankole cow, most likely you're going to incur least costs to be able to keep it. But there are other economic opportunities that you had not harnessed. Now, this campaign is an opportunity to look at several dimensions that are attributed to the Ankole cow and turn them into economic opportunities. And this is where I join my colleague, my chairman here, to thank the President of the Republic of Uganda by leading by example. I am very sure he can tell you right now, he is going to tell the country on 29th that he is making profits and economic gain from the cows that he keeps in Chisozi. So it is not true that actually, it depends on who is propagating the narrative. But I have mentioned the resistance The resistance to diseases, the resistance to drought, the economic cost of keeping that cow as a gain. You think of this way: if you don't lose the money that you have saved, is money you have gained. So the money we lose on Frisians, and is if we saved it through keeping our cows and improving them, would be at a great advantage. Let me add the next core. I have mentioned the cultural heritage, I've mentioned the economic resilience of our cow, and I would like to now call a clarion call. A clarion call to everyone to invest. One of the purposes of this marathon is mobilization of resources to invest in improving this cow. He mentioned that Japan didn't give up its cows. We do not know the Holstein Friesian, where did it come from. They did improve their cow. They didn't migrate to go and change their heritage. So we need to improve our heritage. We need to concerted effort, the farmer, the government, the other partners, and the research scientists. So as a university teacher, I do teach at Makerere University. I want to rally my colleagues at the university to dedicate enough amount of energy, enough resources and intellectual work in researching how can we improve the economic productivity of our cow. Not running, because it is born here, it is used to our environment, we know the cultural practices of it. There is a whole lot of cultural benefits of this cow that we're not talking about. The Frisian you run with cans, metallic cans, but we have Vianzi, Chunga, all the cultural association of the cow in itself. Now, let me finish with one specific economic opportunity that is coming with the advancement of humans with income. As we improve our income status, then we start to become leisure-oriented. And wherever you go worldwide, for the last 50 years, at least incomes have doubled or tripled or multiplied. People are becoming middle income, and they will want to spend the money that they have touring. This component, the cultural value chain of the Ankole cow, is an opportunity for Uganda that basically can bring in foreign exchange, it can bring in household income, it can bring all these opportunities that we can harness under the Ankole cow.
Well, still discussing the Ankole cow, one of the things I know about the Ankole cow, yes, we could talk about other breeds, but when it comes to quality of milk, if you're used to taking the Ankole milk and you have milk from other breeds, you may think they have put water. Exactly. Quality of ghee that comes out of it, quality of the skin in terms of those that are into hides and all that, crafts and all that. I think it's far sailing and far there. But also now I want to go to the marathon. Of course, Dr. Hinted on it, but I want now to address that because this is the main reason actually why we are wondering why we have gentlemen, including His Excellency, that are having aims at ensuring that we preserve, but also we tap in not only preservation, but we look at economic transformation. Because one of the reasons why I think this cow, people moved away from it, is there weren't so much awareness regarding how economically it can transform their lives. I'll give you an example. Many will tell you, find a man with 1,500 cows, his dress code is very poor, he sleeps in a grass-thatched house, he looks terrible, funny, you know. And maybe when this other came in, people were excited because they looked at them as transformer, game changers, forgetting the factors that you've just talked about. So I think that was one of the areas. And even if I go to the marathon, Robert, how do we, first of all, change mindset that even the Ankole cow alone may not only be for you to sell and educate your children, but it's a cow that can also really transform you. There's so that much thinking of, you have many of them, but you're kind of in absolute poverty, or you're living in a life that is not that very clear. The only benefit maybe people would get would be selling their cows, like His Excellency has already said, the story how Uganda would come and buy his cow, and then his father would get money to educate him. That is, I think, one of the areas, and away from, and the second would be marriage. You know, you take this amount of cows, but people to see it that, hey, this is also a cash cow as well.
Thank you, Mr. Robert. I want to clarify this, and I want to give information I want to give our people outside there assurance about how we have come up with a good packaging or about Ankole cow. Right now, we are looking for, this is a campaign, look for a big amount of money to promote Ankole cow, to put centers for dairies or coolers where you can put our milk and pack it, so that at least a liter of Ankole cow milk will go higher, so that a farmer, if he can producing 50 liters, can get money comparing to someone who is producing 100 liters from exotic ones. So we are trying to,
like we are seeing poultry farmers, that if you're going to buy an egg from the local birds, it's way much higher than the exotic egg.
Yes. So we are trying to package our milk. We want to pack it very well, so that we put it in the supermarket. You go there, you will find a little of like water now. You go to different hotels and different bars and supermarkets. You will find a Renzori in a certain shop is 10,000, is 1,000. If you go to another good hotel, it is around 5,000. You can imagine it is it is the same water and the same company, but the place where you find that water. Now, as NEFA and other partners, we want to, first of all, to promote it, promote our product first, so that people should come back. And we should, and people should come back, and then we should know that now people, they are back. They have liked to come back to join ours, to join our cause. Then after, we are going to show the importance. 1 in milk, 2 in tourism, 3 in beef. So if we categorize those people in 3 categories: beef, milk, and the tourism. So people will join in 3 categories. People will join in tourism, some will go to tourism for the good cows, so that you go there and you pay.
To look at them.
To look at them and you pay. There are some farmers who have already started that. They have already constructed good houses, so people go there and sleep there. They look at them in the morning, they pay. In dollars.
They learn about them.
If they learn about them, then they pay. Then we are going to have even those who will join milk sector. So we shall breed those cows purposely for milk. We shall go to farm of Robert. We pick a good bull that we know that this good bull is from good genes of cow that can give us milk. Because right now there are those people who have cows that can give 13 liters to 8 to 9, like that. So we can go there and get a bull from that farm, so that at least we can get a good cow that can give us 13, 15 liters. We shall go to a certain farm. We get a good bull that can be big in size, so that we can get those bulls also. We make cows for milk. For beef,
yes.
So that at least someone can come here and say, I want Ankole cow for beef. We say, you go for the farm of Robert, is the one having cows for beef. And another chance we have in this in our cattle, these cows, they are good, their meat is good. And we got a chance, those countries, they came here looking for these cows. They are nowhere. They wanted cows that is not, their meat is not affected with these drugs and whatever. But if you buy this meat of exotic ones, is
definitely they depend. They're not so much resistant to
yes.
diseases.
So
you keep on treating, injecting, and all that.
Injecting.
Yes.
So ours is very nice in that they can qualify in every sector, in every corner where you take them. So we want to first of all promote them, so that every country should know that Ankole cow comes from Uganda. We must defend our cow first of all, without going very far. Let us first defend our cow without taking this cow to give chance to these countries outside to take it. This is our unique product that we have here in our country. So we must defend it, and in defending it, we promote it first, because people have run away from them. Seriously. Those who have them, they just have them. They are there in the forest, in their farms. You go there and ask, do you have Ankole cow? Hey, I have them. They are there. You go there, they are just workers. So they don't take time to them. But they are there. They are nice. They look very sad. If you go to their farm, you will find that they are good. They are nice. But they don't give them care.
The attention they deserve.
The way how they put attention.
Well, I'll be getting back to you, Robert. It's time I go for a very short break. Now, when I return, we'll be discussing more regarding the marathon. Now that we know what the plan is, we know the value, we know how this can be a tool for economic development, how we can revive the glory of the Ankole cattle. Let me go for this short break. I will be returning.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
The Tales of Kasozi, brought to you by Uganda Communications Commission.
Hello? Hello? This is Kasozi. How can I help you?
Hey, Kasozi, my brother. Long time. We last met when we were at campus. It's been a while, but you are the person I'm looking for.
Campus? Really?
Hey, you don't remember me?
Okay, so how can I help you?
I'm stuck in Gulu making millions, and I need to urgently send money to my sick mother. But I can't find any mobile money agent near me. I've sent the money to your phone, as you can see the message. It might take a few minutes to come through, but I urgently need you to send the money to my mother. Let me send you her number, and you send it to her chap.
My friend, I'm afraid your mom is going to die.
What?
Because I don't know you, I never went to campus, and I'm also in Gulu. So can we meet at CPS, we talk about it?
Stay tuned for what Kasozi does next.
Tofera. Refrain from unnecessary engagement with strangers over the phone. This message is powered by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Hey! 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 Ah! Oh!
Paying your bills the old way.
Let's go, let's go. Just need to buy some power.
Paying your bills with the My Airtel app.
Bro, there's a line.
You have the power in your pocket. The power to instantly pay your bills hassle-free. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
Oh, you're back.
The 37th National Resistance Movement Liberation Day is here. This will be celebrated on the 26th of January 2023 under the theme, our tireless effort to transform Uganda is a promise we can't afford to fail. The NRM government has made a lot of achievements in the different sectors like infrastructure development, health sector, ICT, agriculture, education and sports, trade and industry, not forgetting peace and security. This year's event will be held at Kakeka Grounds, Kakumiro Town Council, Kakumiro District. Long live NRM, long live Uganda.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala,
This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome back and thank you for being with us here on UBC TV. We are still discussing the Ankole cattle. Now we want to go to the expo and of course the marathon. That is slated for the 29th of this very month. And here I bring in Dr. Dick. Now, when you talk about this marathon, what is it going to be? Are we seeing what activities have you lined down away from just the marathon? How does one get to participate in this marathon? And of course, very interesting, is it because we know this is based also in Ankole? Is it only going to be in Kampala? Is it going to also be in another part of the country? Throw more light. Tell us about the marathon.
Robert, let me allow Chair the organizing committee to initiate, then I will complement on his submission. Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Yes. One, we plan to have this marathon here in Kampala. One reason, Kampala is the capital city of our country, is a center for business people. And number three, all of our farmers who have maintained this cow, they are here.
Oh.
They are no longer there. All the big men, they are here, and big women. That's why we targeted to have them here. And another thing, we want population. So if you, they say we are going to have it region. This one is going to be annual. But we want to launch it in a center of our country. Then from here, we're going to have region, region, region. But the population we are targeting is here. People who have these cows, they are here. And being a center of business, so we need business people to come on board because this is business. People, they need our cows outside the country. So and even we are calling upon the Minister of Trade, Minister of Tourism, Minister of Agriculture to be part of us, so that this one is going to be in tourism, is going to be for trade, is going to be in the Ministry of Agriculture. So that's why we plan to have it in Kampala for those reasons, so that at least we, being a center of our country, being a city of our country, and so that the owners of these cows are here, they are businessmen. So we wanted to have this here and to give chances people from different regions, because this cow is not from Ankole. No, it is all over. You go to, by the way, let me tell you, Mr. Robert, those who have many, according to my research, they're in Uganda.
Sure.
I'm telling you.
Robert, come on.
Yes.
This cow, the origin is best.
Yeah,
how did it
is
cross?
Just a name. I want to tell you the truth, Mr. Robert. Those who have many of these cows, they are in Uganda.
Because for me, when I move around, I see these hornless, short-horned.
No, those ones are from here in Busoga and this side, and here in Central town.
But Central seeing those long-horned, I'd ask this person, how did you get these cows?
Let me mention the districts in Central. It is Sembabure, Gomba, Chiwoga, Chankwanzi, Greater Masindi. They have many and many and many compared to Western.
Oh.
Compared to Ankole. If we talk about Ankole.
Maybe this was migrated from Ankole with these cows.
Yes.
But because when you talk about Chankwanzi, we know who are there. Actually, the districts you've mentioned, basically there are people who migrated and came and settled there. So I want to believe they migrated with these cows, and now, because of these geographical demarcations, they may find that these cows are so many there.
Yes, and those have maintained them compared to ours here. Yes, like Ankole. Because if you talk about Ankole, that is a greater Ankole, that is Mbarara, Bushenyi, what. If you go to Mbarara, there are like 10 farmers who have them.
Yeah, there are so much into.
If you go to Chiruhura, they are like, I think in Chiruhura, there are 46 people. Kazo, there are 43 families. In Sinjura, you go to like 10 people, families who have this cow. But if you go to Gomba, Sembabure, Nakaseke, by the way, Nakaseke is big. They are taking the Nakaseke district. So that is Uganda. So that's why we chose to have this function in Uganda. By the way, I call upon the Uganda Kingdom to join us, because these cows, they are from Uganda right now. But some people, they don't know it. But it's here, the big people who have them is in Uganda. So that's why we chose to have this function in Kampala. Then it is a champion. We call upon people to support us, buying our tickets, buying our T-shirts, because we have different tickets. We have ticket of 20K for everyone who want to join. Then 100K is for the executive ones. So we have a target of 4 billion, so that we want to have different things that we want to put on press. That is to buy coolers, machines to pack our milk, so that at least we want to put something that will create jobs to our people from just our cow. We want to have our own thing in our country. This is a unique thing that we can promote as a country, and we have it. We should not give these people chance. That if Ramaphosa call, if you go to Rwanda, they call it Ankore tooth cow. Also, they have it like that. If you go to Tanzania, they call it Karagwe, Enyambo. You go to Karagwe, they call it Enyambo cows. But all their origin is from here.
And so, very soon they'll patent it and we'll be out of it.
You will find that we are going to
we have no right.
Hey, you go South Africa, hey, we need to have embryo or what? And remember, Ramaphosa took a chance and took the embryos from here. Last year, but one he cautioned his bull. He sold it at 300 million Uganda shillings. You can imagine. But at least now, through this campaign, because we started this campaign last year, but one. But at least now,
people have woken up.
Yes, woken up.
Well, interesting there. You must be part of this marathon. More so if you're very passionate about cows or cattle. We know many people, like he said, are into cattle. But now the priority is what is ours, the indigenous Ankole cow. Like he said, this is in many parts of Uganda, so we want to ensure. For me, my biggest concern here is preservation. It is very hurting to go to the neighbor and seek what was previously yours. You know, if South Africa, they were able to have the embryos and now they have this cow, then it would be a shame for Uganda to go and import them, because they have become instinct, because we are taking advantage of what is coming from abroad. And Dr. Dick gave a very detailed explanation, and I like that when he said we should not look at only the quantities of milk as the end result to why we should wipe out our very own. But also, Doctor, coming back to you, one of the things we find of late to our farmers is the fact that we are being taken so much into what we call modern farming. And modern farming looks at a number of issues, one of them being disease resistant, of course, that the Ankole passes, quick growth, you know, that is why everywhere now you go, have modern seeds, have modern breeds. What modern breeds do is they grow very fast. You know, if I'm to have my broilers and then I have my indigenous kokonganda from here, this one will grow very fast. It will begin laying eggs or ready to eat, and this one will still be. Then the other is quality. So as we are trying to make this breakthrough and have the Ankole cow, how then do we address those three fundamentals now that a farmers, good you're from the Uganda Farmers Federation, everywhere we go, if you have quality seeds, they grow fast, then you have better yields, and they are resistant. So with you as their president, how then are you going to change that mindset that, look, this may take time, because it takes time, to be honest. For you to have an Ankole cow, if I bought, by the time this one is going on heat, the other one is just maybe putting on weight. So how do we bring in that?
I would like to thank NEFA for initiating this campaign. As I grew up, I studied from Ontare School. I feel sorry for those who didn't. As I grew up in Ontare School, I saw a transformation, a quick transformation from Nkore cow to the Frisian cows. And what had happened? Because there was GBK, Kachuma had started a dairy industry in Mbarara, then he was followed by other people. The central focus of dairy industries is actually in Mbarara, even if now Chirhura is the largest producer of milk in the country. But the center of action is in Chirhura. What does it tell you? Human beings, actually, we don't need to be forced to change our mindset. When we get the right incentives, we change our mindsets very quickly. The gift that Ramaphosa gave to the Nkore cow was to take it from here and take it to South Africa and show to us that actually it is more prestigious than we treated. We, the owners, mistreated our cow, and the outsiders have treated it well, and it has rewarded them. We would change our mindset only if we treated our cow very well. My grandfather used to tell me so. You mistreat them, they will mistreat you. Similarly, even the Frisians, you treat it well, you play music for it, you get more milk. We think that our cow cannot do the same if we treat it well. And this is exactly what Ramaphosa and other people around the world have done. So we need to focus, to change away from, and I again thank the head of state, the president. In Chisozi farm, he has demonstrated in Runyankore, in Tezi Chochiri. You see these colors, organized in a manner that definitely would reward you at the end. If you want to see how you want to be successful, things you pay attention to are the ones that lead you into the success ladder. Things that you neglect, definitely they will neglect you. Now, let me leave the philosophy and go to the economics. Every country around the world that trades, it has a unique product it does trade. I would like to add on what you guys have said, that basically, actually, Nkore cow is because of, let's call it a scientific name, but it belongs to Uganda. And it is a cow that actually in the livestock can put us on a map. When you read international press, journals and everything, it is called the magnificent Nkore cow. And the magnificence is not only outside beauty, it is also its product, milk and meat. The idea to add value, value you add it in terms of form, that is add value on the meat, in terms of form, which he has mentioned, the packaging, the processing and the like. They add in terms of time. You can preserve this meat and it takes a long time before it reaches the international market. You can add space from Nkore to any international markets. Now, it is at this moment that I thank the NEFA people in partnership with us that to champion the idea of Nkore cow in a global market of livestock. It is an opportunity now that we enter here, packaging our cow. When you speak about healthy meat, it is not associated with cholesterol that brings heart attacks. When you speak about Kasenene, I think Dr. Kasenene has never drunk Nkore cows. Let me give you a very simple observatory a scientific thing. You look at the culture, the ethnic groups with Nkore cows and other ethnic groups with, and so look at their longevity. They actually die after, I mean, I'm sorry to use his excellency, his father was above 96. True or false?
True.
But you look at the lifespan of the people with Nkore cows versus those who don't have Nkore cows. Now, what we have been doing in the last 50 years is actually accelerating ourselves to the grave by making our cow extinct. You can disapprove me. That's why I've said Kasenene's research is not focusing on Nkore cow. Because what did they eat? They ate meat, njuba, and drank its milk. And they lived long. Both they are women and they are men.
Their food was entirely...
Yes, nobody can defeat that scientific observation. So, when we engage into its destruction, we are engaging into our self-destruction. But let me add, I teach economics. I did international trade economics. Countries have what the geographical indications. Specific geographical products fetch high prices on international market. Now, when you're asking me to change mindset, this is where public good comes in. I think the President of the Republic of Uganda, when he comes on 29th, he should guide us that we have been sitting on a gold mine. Because everybody now knows what an Nkore cow and its unique characteristics are, and its health benefits are. And because of that, we are facing an 8 billion market for our product. Who doesn't want to live long?
Definitely.
Who doesn't want a milk that tastes very good? Who doesn't want beef that tastes good? If you look into the butcheries, look at the Nkore cow meat in the butchery, and look at the Boran, the Frisian, and the like, and you look at it, how it appears. It doesn't even appear in the eyes. Now, lastly, on my point on the preservation of, I want to agree with you, the main issue here is preserve and sustain and improve. Now, we have a benefit with this cow because everybody is moving towards climate smart agriculture. Because of intensive agriculture and intensive production, it is becoming, you will see a backlash of consumers in the West. Now, when you talk about meat in the West, I think the Kasenenes of this world are a product of the indoctrination of the West. Don't eat meat, don't eat what, don't eat what. But what is happening in the Western world now is like, leave, I am a veg, I'm a veg is the top.
Those that don't eat meat,
those that are
vegetarians.
Yes, especially the young people. Now, there is what they call traceability in international trade. Can you trace the product where it is coming from? So if we package the product as a very unique and beautiful product and healthy product, we will have a premium price in international markets. Number two, our cow is free range. Because it's free range, it is environmentally sustainable. And because it is environmentally sustainable, we cannot have a backlash of the people who want meat. Actually, we will have, you see the rich Chinese and the rich Asians, they have what, and the rich Europeans, they have cheese from Switzerland in the mountains. So we can talk about beef from Nkore mountains.
Well, there's so much that Dr. Dick can talk about the Nkore cow, but of course I'm restricted by time. Now I'm going to give each of you gentlemen just a minute, and let's utilize that very well to have your final remark, and I'll begin with Robert here.
One, I want to conclude from here. I call upon all Ugandans across the country, East Africa, to join us on 29th for this campaign, and even to welcome our HE, who has maintained these cows for a long time, has been a campaign, has been promoting them. This is the time. And even His Excellency, thank you for that. Thank you for the spirit of Ugandans, at least to keep our gold. Because we are giving you as an example, but we have realized it, that it is a gold, and it is a unique product that we have. I call upon the Ugandans to come and support us on 29th at Kororo Airstrip. Our ticket is at 20K for everyone, And even we call upon the authorities, because we are going to run for 21 kilometers. For the executive one is going to be 5 kilometers, and young people, I mean the kids, so that at least it is 5 kilometers, 10 to 21 kilometers. So you join us and run. And another thing, it is health, is good for health. We want to jog, and it will be a Sunday. You will be at home. Come and we have a leisure time there at Kororo. And the exhibitors join us on 28th to have exhibition for our culture things and everything. So I end up from here. I wish you a good day. I wish you a good year. Join us on 29th.
Well, thank you, Robert, for that. You're all welcome. Doctor, as we get offset.
Thank you, Robert. I will make 4 rallies, rally for 3 things. First and foremost, rally the entire nation to support this campaign to improve, sustain, preserve, and defend our heritage and our cow. 2, I am inviting, I also thank the president, but I'm inviting for his leadership. His leadership, he has been doing it, amplify it, to help us to ensure we don't lose this prestigious, but also a place in international community for international trade. I am inviting my colleagues in the academia and research to do more research and find out how do we compete on the arena of productivity using our indigenous cow. Once we do this, now for the runners on 29th, kindly join us, run for health, run for productivity of our cow, run for putting us on our map, because we are looking at this campaign to be a national, regional, and international. I thank you very much.
Well, I want to thank you so much, gentlemen, for your time. And of course, our viewer, we've been looking at the Ankole cattle, something that can cause that economic transformation. But very importantly, it is ours, our indigenous breed, and we all to preserve it, but also above all, tap into the enormous benefits that are there. Thank you so much. That is Dr. Dick Komu Ganga, that is the President Uganda Farmers Federation. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much, my namesake Robert Kabatenderian. Thank you so much for your time, and of course spearheading this. I hope and pray that we shall see more of the Ankole cattle being preserved, more of it being the source of income, but also more of it everywhere. And above all, these cows are so beautiful for tourism attraction, looking at the heritage and the culture associated to the Ankole cow. Well, this can also earn us billions in that direction. Have a lovely day. Stay safe. Ensure that you're not involved in any form of criminality. Let's be patriotic. Let's love one another. See you tomorrow, God willing.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Pick of the day on UBC.